Hello friends, today my topic is test cases for WhatsApp. Friends, I have so many requests about this topic, so now the video is here. Let's start today's topic, test cases for WhatsApp. Friends, we can write two types of test cases. First one is the positive test cases and next one is the negative test cases. Firstly, I will explain all the positive test cases and then after I will explain the negative test cases. Friends, under positive test cases, we can cover all the test cases that comes under these types of testing. Means installation testing, UI testing and design based testing, usability testing, functional testing, non-functional testing, performance and load testing, security and compatibility testing. So let's explain one by one. First one is the installation testing. Friends, under installation testing, we can test these 6 points. The first one is the check that a user can download the WhatsApp application from Play Store or iStore. Check that a user can register with a new mobile number. Next, check that user is getting a verification code on his mobile when he or she register with a new mobile number. Next, check that after filling the verification code, application verifies the new user account. We will check it out. Next point, we will also check that how many incorrect attempts are allowed while filling the wrong verification code. If you are filling wrong verification code, then you have to check it out that how many incorrect attempts are allowed. Next, check that user successful registration on application. All the contacts in user's contact directory must shown on WhatsApp contact list if they are using WhatsApp application. Last point is check that if mobile number is already registered on the application, then the new account registration must not have allowed with the same mobile number. So friends, these are the points that we have to check under the installation testing. Now let's move to the next. Next one is the UI testing or design based testing. Friends, each mobile application is unique in design and follows a pattern for the design. So we must write the test cases for the same. The first point is, does the WhatsApp follow the design specification? Second, does the WhatsApp application have the color as per specification? You can see the logo of the WhatsApp application here. The dimension and the symbol must be as per the specification, and color here, the fill in the app must be as per specification. Next one, does the logo of the app is properly and as per the design specification? As I told you. Next point, check if the dimension, length, breadth or other size specification of WhatsApp logo of the WhatsApp as per the mention in the requirements. Next, check that chat section is available or not when you open the WhatsApp application. Here you can see that chat is available. You can see this diagram. Chat is available. Next, check that status section is available or not. Status here. Check that call section. Here is the calls. Check that search is available or not. Here is the search. We have to verify all these things. Next, check that search is available or not. I think this point is repeated, so I am going to delete this. Yes. Next testing is the usability testing. Friends, under usability testing, we can check 5 points. The first one is check that WhatsApp is very easy to use. It must be very user friendly. Second, check that all sections available on the screen like search, chat, status, contacts and calls. We will check all the section. These all section. Chat, status, calls, search, logo, all the things. Check that all sections available on the screen like search, chat, status, contacts and calls are easy to use. They must be very easy to use. Check that user can use all the sections separately. We must also check that. Next point, check that it shows count of unread message, contact and group wise. Means if there are some kind of unread message, then count must be there. Here in this group, one message is unread, and by the single contact, one message is unread. And here you can see that you have two chat messages that are unread. So these are the usability testing points. Now next move to the functional testing. These are the very important points. So let's start. Firstly, I will explain all the test cases on status. This status. The first point that we will check that user can set DP means display picture. Here, user can set the display picture. Second point, check that user can update the DP or display picture. If user want to change the picture, then he or she can use or change the picture. Next, check that user can set status on WhatsApp. User can set status on WhatsApp. Check that user can update the status on WhatsApp or not. We also have to check it out. User can update the status. If someone want to change his status, then he or she can do it or not. Next, check the status privacy and setting. Here, when you click here on this button, then you can find it out that this type of options are available: status, privacy and settings. We also have to check it out, these are available or not. Next, check that user can change the status privacy, means who can see the status. Options are my contact accept and only share with. When you click on this status privacy, these three options are available. You can select anyone. Next, check that recent updates are available or not. Status updated by the contacts. It means that these are the person who recently update the status. The list of the contacts must be there who update the status recently. So these are the points that we have to check it out on status. So let's move to the test cases for the chats. Now what are the test cases we can write on this chat? The first point, one more thing, here we can divide the test cases in two sections: test cases for individual chats or test cases for group chats. Now firstly, I will explain test cases on individual chats. Firstly, check that chat window contains the entire chat list. Means you have to check it out. Is their entire chat list available or not? Second, check that chat window contains all the chatter user contact with DP if available. It means that if some kind of DP is available with the contacts, then the DP must be visible. Here you can see that all these users have DP except this one. So DP is not available here. Check that chat window contains the user whose DP is not available. That must be also available. Next, check that chat window contains the group chat list. Group chat list is also available in the chat window. Here you can see that this is a group and this is the group chat list. Next point, check the chat window show the name of the all the contact available in the chat window. Here you can see that you can see all the names. Check that chat window shows the last updated time. Here you can see that last updated time for every chatter is available here, 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 here. You also have to check it out. It is available or not. Next one, check that when we click a chat in the chat list, then a new window must open that containing all the chat history. You also have to check it out. Next point, check that user can check all the messages delivered and received here. You can see that, for example, if I click on Ashwini Hindu, then all the messages sent by him or me must be shown on the screen. Next, check that user can check and read or send the time of the message. Here you can see that I have sent message to him is at 9:58 am and he replied on 9:59, 10 and 10:01 am. Check that user can send and receive text into the chat window. Here, if somebody write here, then it must be very visible and must be sendable. Next, check that user can send and receive text doc. If user want to send doc, then he must be able to send the doc by click over here and select from the mobile. Check that user can send and receive video in the chat to the individual. Similarly, check that user can send and receive audio, images and emotions, all the things. Gallery from picture from here, take picture from here, documents from here, audio from here, location from here and contact from here. All these things must be visible and must be possible to send or received. Check that user can delete audio, video and text images within a chat. Next, check that user can share or receive a chat contact detail with the other person. Next point, check that user can delete completely chat history in an individual chat. If you want to remove or delete the chat history, then he must do that. Next, check that user can see the contact details of individual form, view contact in individual chat. Next, check that user can see media shared here. If somebody click here, view contact, then his Ashwini Hindu contact must be shown. If I click on media, then all the media that I shared with Ashwini must be shown. Similarly, check that user can search any specific message from individual chat by using the search in the individual chat. Next point, check that user can mute the individual from mute in individual chat. If you want to mute someone, then click on this mute. Then there will be three options: 8 hours, 1 week and 1 year. These types of options will be there. You can select anyone. You also have to check it out. All these are working or not. Check that user can change the wallpaper by clicking on wallpaper. Check that all the user available in more option like block, clear chat, email chat and add shortcut. When you click on this more, then all these options will be there and you also have to check it out all these functions are working or not. So friends, these are the points or test cases that we have to check it out for the individual chat. So let's move to the group chat. Friends, in the group chat, the first point is that check that creates a new group function is available or not. Second, check that user can create a group by adding multiple person from his contact list or not. You also have to check it out. Next point that you have to check that user can give group name. Next, check that user can select DP for the group name. Check that user can update the group by adding or removing multiple persons from his contact list. You also have to check it out all these things. And also one more thing, you also have to check it out that user can change the group name. Check that user can delete a group. Next, check that user can send, receive text in the chat in the group. Here you can see that. You also have to check it out if user is able to send the message or receive the message. Similarly, check that user can send, receive text doc in the chat in the group. Here all these functions must be working. This function comes into play when you click on this button. When you click on this button, all these options will be there. Then you also have to check it out by clicking on everyone that all these functions are working very well or not. These are explained here. Okay, check that user can send and receive video in the chat group. Check that user can send received audio, images, emotions. Similarly, delete audio, video and text images from the group chat. Check that user can delete complete and chat history in the group chat. Now, check that user can see the group person information from group info in the group chat. When you click here, this type of window will be open. Here you can see that group info. By clicking on this, user can see the group info, means how many persons are there. Next, group media, user can see the all the media that's shared within the group, search, mute, wallpaper and more. All these things must be there, and we also have to check it out. Check that the user can see the media shared with the group from the group media in the group chat. Check that user can search any specific message from group chat by using the search in the group chat. Next, check that user can mute the individual from the mute in the group chat by clicking on this mute, and the options will be same for 8 hours, 1 week or 1 year. Next point, check all the users available in more options. Here in more options, block, clear chat, email chat and add shortcut in the group chat are working fine or not. Last point, check that user can block or unblock if he or she is already blocked. Means if you want to unblock a person, then he or she must be blocked. A user to prevent any message from the blocked person. Friends, let's move to the next section. Test cases for the calls. Friends, we can do both types of calls from WhatsApp, audio call and video call. Firstly, I will explain all the test cases for the audio call, and then after I will explain all the test cases for the video call. The first one is the check all history of the audio call is available if user call anyone sometime or someday before. Means when we click on calls, then this type of window will be open, then all history must be there. Next, check that call history show the call time and date. Here you can see that call time and date is there. You also have to check it that it is available or not. Next one, check that call history shows the count of the call date wise. Means counting must be there. Means Arman Raja called me on 17th August 3 times. Okay, this counting also must be there. You also have to check it out. This counting is available or not. Next, check that search is working fine or not. Here is the search button. You also have to find it out that this search is working correctly or not. Next, check that remove from call log history option is there or not. Here, when you click here on this button, three dots available here. When you click on these three dots, these types of small window will be there, and two options must be there: remove from call logs and block. And you also have to check it out, these are working fine or not. Check that block function is working correctly or not. Next, check that if you want to do a call a person who is not available in the history, then check that the new call button is available or not. This new call button is available or not. When you click on this, then options will be there that you are going to call audio or video. Next, check if you want to do the call a person who is not available in the history, then check that the new call button is working properly or not. I think this point is repeating, so I'm going to delete it. So next one is a check that user can call and receive WhatsApp call from person in the contact list. If somebody call him, then he is able to accept the call. Next one is the test cases for the video calls. Now I am going to tell you all the points that we cover under the test cases for the video call. The first point, check call history of the video call is available if user call anyone sometimes or someday before. Same point. Second, check that call history shows the call date and time. Same. History is there, time is there, count is there, date is there. All the things are there. You also have to check all these things. Next one, check that search is working fine or not in the group, sorry, in the video call history. Next, check that remove from call log history option is available or not. Similarly, here when you click three dots available here, then this types of small window will be there and there will be two messages, clear call log and setting. Okay, clear call log and setting. You also have to check it out. Check that remove from call log history option working fine or not by removing history of any person. Next, check that block function is working properly or not. Next, check that if you want to do the call a person who is not available in the history, then check the new call button is available here or not. Similarly, when you select an individual person from here, then this types of window will be there, and when you click the three dots button here, then remove from the call log and block function must be there. You also have to check it out. Check that user can call and receive WhatsApp calls from the person in the contact list. So friends, these are the test cases for the video calls. Now, test cases for the settings. When you click on the setting, then this type of window will be there. All these options must be there: account, chats, notification, data user, contacts, help. All these functions must be workable. When you click on any function, then some kind of window must be there and you have option to change or select something. These are the points. Check that all the following options are there or not. Next, check that user can check the change account information like privacy, security and two-step verification, change number, delete my account. Similarly, check that user can check and change the chat setting like application language, font size, wallpaper, chat backup and chat history. It must be available here. When you click on there, then this type of option will be there. Next, check that user can check and change the notification setting. Similarly, data using setting, context setting. Next, check that how help option helps him. When you click on this, then some kind of information must be there. Next. So friends, these are the all the test cases that comes under the functional testing. I tried to cover maximum points. Friends, now let's move to the next testing is the non-functional testing. Under non-functional testing, we must have to check these 2 points. First one is the test whether the application, in this case WhatsApp, look like an application. Or by looking on it, you can say that yes, this is a WhatsApp application. Second, the look and feel must be good. Friends, next testing is the security and compatibility testing. First point is check that compatibility of the application on all different platforms like Android, iOS or Windows. This application must be workable on all the platforms. Next, check that how application work between different OS means if somebody sends the data from Android to Windows mobile or vice versa, then how it works. It must be work. You also have to test out that it is working or not. Next, check that compatibility of the WhatsApp option with desktop application. Means if you want to use WhatsApp web application on desktop, then you also have to check compatibility about it. Next, check that how WhatsApp gives security to the user about the data. some kind of encrypted data must be there, encryption facility must be there. Next, so friends, up to now I have explained all the positive test cases. Now I am going to explain negative test cases. First one is the check that how WhatsApp perform when user try to send the huge amount of data. Means file that he want to send to the other user, the size of that file must be very large, must, you can say that up to 1 GB. You also have to check it out it is working or not. Next, check that how WhatsApp perform when user try to send data to the blocked person. It must be prevent, but you also have to check it out it is happening or not. Next, check that how WhatsApp perform when app get crashed. Next, check that how WhatsApp perform when user try to remove a person from the group. So friends, these are the test cases about the WhatsApp application. So friends, if you like my video, please like it, comment it and share it with your friends. Friends, subscribe my channel and don't forget to click on the bell icon. If you click on the bell icon, then you will get the notification of the next video that I am going to upload on my channel. One more thing, if you have any queries about this topic or any other topic, then you can write me in the comment section of this video. I will provide the link of my blog from where you can get the data. So friends, have a good day. Thank you so much.